Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's your boy Galaxy J1. You're welcome to Unscripted. This Unscripted is a special one because we're receiving a friend of mine. He's a Kenyan, but residing in Germany. And you know, Africa, we have only one Africa, and that's why I'm receiving my good friend, Mr. Thomas. Welcome to the show, Mr. Thomas.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You've been coming to the country and going back,
Yes.
and on this special occasion, we just got drilled, on the DefyHate Project, and I want us to talk about you as a person, because it's like you're multi-dimensional and you do a lot of things. Who is Mr. Thomas?
My name is Thomas, yes, he's Saint Thomas Kalunge.
Yeah.
I'm an innovator,
Yeah.
entrepreneur, and most of all, I'm a Pan-African. I believe in the concept of building Africa in the way we Africans perceive and want it to be.
Exactly.
And I believe that the best way to do that is to use the Ubuntu philosophy of I am because we are.
I am because we are.
Yes.
Wow. That's so amazing. The Ubuntu philosophy originated from South Africa?
Yes.
All right. I've been hearing that, and it's becoming very popular nowadays. And you are a leader in the African ecosystem, especially when it comes to the diaspora.
Yes.
Precisely in Germany.
Yes.
And what are the various projects you are involved in?
I'm working on various projects, usually that involve an African context.
Yes.
And not only do I work with the Rock Agency for Open Culture and Critical Transformation, as a strategy consultant and strategy advisor on the various projects spanning from Kenya, Uganda, South Sudan, Cameroon, Ethiopia, and Ghana and Gambia as well. But I'm also an enthusiastic person on black businesses, especially black businesses in Europe.
I see.
In this sense, I advise particular entrepreneurs and business people on how to create sustainable business models.
Wow.
I talk with the various policymakers as well on addressing the problems, especially migrants residing in Germany and in Europe in general face, and how to innovatively include the voices of marginalized people, of which in Europe, for instance, migrants from sub-Saharan Africa are part of.
Wow.
So I address various voices of migrants from various other countries. My interest at per se lies on addressing the concerns of sub-Saharan Africa migrants.
And I see you doing that passionately, because I see you shuttling different countries.
Yeah.
You barely have time to rest for yourself. Specifically, you're in Cameroon right now on the DefyHate Project.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
DefyHate now is an initiative of Rock Agency for Open Culture and Critical Transformation. It hopes to address particular offline and online hate speech and rhetorics that in many cases fuel conflicts. We do so by organizing media literacy learnings, by bringing particular NGOs and CSOs together on how to address the topics of hate speech, both on social media, both on other online platforms, and also offline. It's a project that started in 2012-2013. The project deals with how can you make sure there is social media sensitization on how to ethically consume social media, or to use it ethically for ethical purposes at the same time.
I must say I'm benefited. And there's one hate speech I did on social media. After this training, this workshop, something came to my mind that you have to go and delete that.
Yes, yeah.
It was like joking, but it could be taken seriously.
Exactly.
Because hate was included in it.
Exactly.
So I need to go and change that because my mindset has improved. I'm so happy about that. Is it particularly in the context of what Cameroon is going through?
It's one of it, because you can see that yes, there might be differences that we need to talk about.
Yes.
There might be things that both are structural differences that needs to be addressed. But it's usually how we go about it, how we voice those concerns, and to what end is usually the problem, or it's not rather the problem but rather the issue. And so how do we voice our concerns where we feel that something is not happening in the way we think or we feel it should happen? And so talking and creating dialogue between conflicting parties. Conflicts are meant to happen, and they will always happen.
Always, even in the home.
Exactly. And how do we then address this particular conflict of interest? How do we talk and engage each other? And sometimes it's how do we make sure that whatever we voice out there, we reflect on the repercussions. Like you just saying that you would like to delete something, because when you think about it, you're like, maybe that is not what I should have said. Maybe I should reflect on that. And that's why we have an initiative, for example, that we call Think Before You Click, hashtag Think Before You Click.
That's what I saw behind your laptop.
Exactly.
And I was like
and exactly. And if we took the time to reflect, to think about how does our activities on social media affect other people.
Especially as an influencer.
Exactly.
When you have a voice, what you say matters a lot. So you have to be careful about it.
Especially you, Galaxy. I've seen that you have a very big following on social media. So we could like you to be an influencer, peace influencer.
On our platform here, we have a lot of people who want to partner with someone like you, because you're a vision bearer. Then you will need many other hands on deck. Are you open to partnership?
We are working with various partners.
Yes.
And that's at our organization level. We are working with various partners, and we have an initiative that's called DefyHate now, which is working in Cameroon.
Yes.
And we are of course open for. We are an organization called Open Culture.
Yes.
We are open for feedback. We are open for suggestions on how to make this project have a bigger impact. So you can always go on our website. You'll find an email content on who to send messages to. You'll find an email address where you can send to us at info at openculture.agency.
I'm going to put the link
exactly.
below the screen.
Info at openculture.agency. You can send to us. And as an entrepreneur, I am always open for ideas. We are exploring something together.
Definitely. And that's why I want you, as we are going towards the end of this interview, to send a special message. I want you to look straight into the camera. Send a message from your heart to the African youths watching us. Remember, we are over 1 billion of us.
What could I tell the African youth? In many cases, we have been programmed to think solutions can always come from elsewhere. Specifically, solutions can only come from abroad. And in many cases, we, the African youth, are the solutions that we need to have. We need to move out of a particular perspective of stretching the hand out, because as long as we continue the hand stretched out, we forget to fund the talents we have, return them to us, and make them work for us and for our future. We are the most populous continent in terms of youth. We have the strength, we have the numbers, and I believe strongly that we have the knowledge and the know-how to make Africa one of the greatest continent and one of the best places to be. We have the know-how, we have the knowledge, and we can do it. Let's fold the hands and instead of stretching them out. Thank you.
Hey guys, that was Thomas Kalunge, one of the sons of African descent, who is now, fighting to reignite and to rewrite our narrative in a different way. It was an amazing time spending with him right here in Cameroon. He'll be going back to Germany and to continue the good work he's doing all over the world. We say, so thank you, massive thank you for him, and we pray that he continue to do this job and, bring us to the limelight. That was it for your boy Galaxy J1 Star Daddy in the building. It was Unscripted. Let's go!